Hi, I'm Jennifer Burks, the Athletic Director at Perry High School. I would like to welcome you to our Signing Day celebration. Today we have the opportunity to honor 15 of our student athletes. It's a lot. So just a little housekeeping for a second. Because we have so many, the ceremony is going to run just a little bit long. And so when the bell rings, you need to stay. Okay, we will get you excused to your classes. And so please don't get up and leave. Right. All right, well, let's get on with it and let's honor our athletes. So first, Jack Ammer, who will be attending South Dakota State University for football. Kyle Bartnick, who will be attending Northern Arizona University for football. Ty Baumgarth, who will be attending Lindenwood University in Missouri for volleyball. Madison Brandon, who will be attending Gateway Community College for softball. Hannah Ernst, who will be attending San Jose State University in California for swim. Aiden Herring, who will be attending the United States Air Force Academy for football. Bo Hiddle, who will be attending Northern Arizona University for lacrosse. Rachel Cates, who will be attending Goshen College in Indiana for softball. Jaden Kosuth, who will be attending Lindenwood University in Missouri for gymnastics. Alexis Pagel, who will be attending the University of South Dakota for cross country and track. Julia Sauter, who will be attending Colorado Christian University for soccer. Alexandria Siveski, who will be attending California Baptist University for soccer. Bella Schaller, who will be attending Duquesne University in Pennsylvania for triathlon. Lillian Stutz, who will be attending South Mountain Community College for golf. And Dominique Walecki, who will be attending the University of Minnesota Duluth for softball. We are so honored to have these 15 student athletes represent us at the next level. Each one of them represents all that is good about high school athletics. They are strong both on the field, in the classroom, and in their communities. Together, they have an average of a 3.7 GPA with multiple athletes over 4.0. As usual, this group excelled athletically. Jack was our starting quarterback and named All-Premier Region. Kyle was named All-Region and All-CUSD. Aiden was named All-Region and All-CUSD. Unfortunately, an injury prevented him from probably more honors this season. Ty was a member of our state championship volleyball team as a sophomore and has since been named All-6A Conference, All-Central, AZ Central All-State, All-Premier Region, and All-CUSD. Madison, Rachel, and Dominique are looking forward to their upcoming varsity season and earning multiple awards this spring. Hannah was the state runner-up in the 100 back this fall and the 200 medley relay as a junior. She is also a state placer in the 200 IM and the 400 free relay. She was named All-Premier Region and All-CUSD. Bo plays with the Puma Lacrosse Club, where he was a 4-year starter, team captain, and scored 34 goals and had 20 assists. Jaden is a third-year Level 10 gymnast who is the Arizona State Level 10 bar champion and Arizona State all-around runner-up. Alexis was All-State, All-Premier Region, and All-CUSD in cross country. For track, she was a member of our state championship team and a state champion on the 4x800 relay, as well as a state medalist in the 800, the 1600, and the 3200 meters. She was named All-Premier Region, and fortunately for us, has another season to go. Bella was all-state, all-Premier Region, and all-CUSD in cross-country. She is a member of the state championship track team, and sophomore year ran on the state 4x4 relay. She also participated in swim her first 2 years, where she placed in the state meet in the 200 free, the 500 free, and on the 200 and 400 free relays. She was named all-CUSD. She is our very first athlete to commit for triathlon. Julia and Lexi were on our state runner-up soccer team last year. Julie was an all-Premier Region and all-CUSD, while Lexi was all 6A Conference, AZ Central, and United Soccer Coaches All-State, all-Premier Region, and all-CUSD. We are hoping for big things for them as they finish out this soccer season. And finally, Lily has been on our golf team since her freshman year and was all-Region and all-CUSD. Their accomplishments say a lot about the quality of our sports programs, coaches, parents, teachers, and athletes here at Perry High School. For the friends and teammates of these student athletes, I hope you look to them as an inspiration. Getting to this point took years of hard work, including hours of practice time, miles of travel, late nights doing homework, sore bodies, and dedication and sacrifice by their families. Along the way, they had to go to bed early on game nights, may have missed some special social event, or had to give up what they wanted for club or private lessons. But ultimately today and the next 4 years will make that all worth it. Athletes, be sure to take the time to stop and appreciate what all those sacrifices were for. So from Perry High School, I want to congratulate each of you and wish you good luck at the next stage of your life as a student athlete. As always, I want each of you to know that even though you are about to become a jackrabbit, a lumberjack, another lumberjack, 2 lions, a gecko, a Spartan, a falcon, a maple leaf, a coyote, 2 cougars, a lancer, a duke, and a bulldog, you will always be pumas to us. So at this time, we have a few words from our coaches about each athlete. But first, I'm going to start by reading statements from our off-campus sports. So first, from Tice Thiessen regarding Bo. I've had the privilege of coaching Bo during his high school lacrosse career, seeing him grow as a person and a player. He exemplifies what we want to see in our athletes: dedication, hustle, respect, and passion for the game. Bo constantly pushes himself to get better during practice and in his spare time. In addition to being an asset on the scoreboard, we can always depend on Bo to lift up his teammates and bring a team-first mentality to the field. On behalf of all the players and coaches in our program, we couldn't be more proud of all of the hard work and dedication you've put into this point. The next step will be a new level of competition, but we know you're ready for the challenge. Your talent and character will be a great asset to you and your team. We'll be cheering for you every step of the way. And from Coach Holly and Alex Nador, Jaden came to our gym about 8 years ago. She was a tiny little powerhouse that could do just about anything she tried. She made it look easy. Over the years, that has remained the same. She makes gymnastics look effortless. She is a true natural. Jaden is an athlete we can always count on to show up, count on to get the assignments done, and count on to hit routines. She is reliable. We know these qualities will surely make her successful after the gym. We have enjoyed watching her grow as a person and excel as a gymnast. She holds herself to the highest standard in all areas of her life. She is an outstanding student, even when dedicating over 20 hours each week to gymnastics. We are proud of all of her accomplishments inside and outside of the gym. We are proud of the person she has become, and we are proud to be her coaches. We are thankful that we have been able to be a part of her journey. She will leave in a few short months for her next adventure at Lindenwood University, where she will continue her gymnastics career on an athletic scholarship. We will certainly miss having her with us in the gym every day, but we are so excited to watch her do great things at Lindenwood. USA will always be your second home. Go get 'em. We love you. All right, we're going to start with Coach Stephanie Carrasco. If you could come up and talk about Hannah.
All All right, you already heard about Hannah's accomplishments in just the 2 years that she was with us. She transferred. I wish we had had her all 4 years. That would have been great, but at least we were able to have her for 2. As you see her up there with that smile, that's how she came to practice. And for swimmers, we practice morning, 6th hour, and after school and Saturdays. So they're in the water a lot during season. And she had that smile on her face 99% of the time. Every once in a while, we might have had a little bit less. When I talked to Hannah about her choices for college, she had 2 that she was going back and forth on. One, she could have walked on, been the best on the team in her individual event. The other one, she was going to have to work hard. And we talked about which one does she want to do. And this just shows her dedication. She chose the one where she's going to have to work hard to get to that top. She didn't want to go to the school that she could just walk on and right away be the best. She wanted to push herself to become better than she already is. Hannah, you're going to do great at San Jose. We're going to miss you next year. Congratulations.
All right, next we have Coach Joe Ortiz, who's going to talk about our football players, Jack, Kyle, and Aiden.
Whatever. Coming in as a first-year head coach here, you always wonder how the seniors are going to react to you, and they did a great job. They bought in right away, which was awesome. And we'll start with Jack here, who was one of the first kids I met when I got hired, and wanted, I'm the quarterback. I was like, well, let's prove it. And he did. And he waited his dues. He waited 3 years to be the starter. And week in and week out, he got better and better and better. I think he threw for the most yards against Highland. They've given up all year, 250. So he had a really good end of his career here at Perry. He got better as the weeks went on. I would call a bad play, and he'd make it a first down with his legs. So he just did a phenomenal job. His parents were super supportive towards us as a program and to Jack all year. Never heard a complaint. We had our ups and downs all year, but Jack was a main catalyst of leading us to the playoffs and being competitive all year. So just super proud of you, Jack. I know we helped you out through this process. Your parents helped you out big time, and you were able to make this decision to go, to South Dakota State University. So super proud of you, bud. Congratulations. Kyle Bartnick. He came in, and when I met him, I was like, who is this monster? He's huge. He can move. I was super excited about him. And he's defensive end, and he goes, Coach, I play some tight end too. I go, all right, well, let's get out there. And from spring ball all the way to the end of the season, his routes got better. His blocking was phenomenal. His hands kept getting better and better. He was a go-to guy on third down for us. And he started garnering a lot of interest. And I know NAU from the beginning was kind of high on his list, and for him to go there is very awesome to see. I know he's super excited to go up there, all-region kid, two-way guy, really didn't come off the field a whole lot for us, and that's hard to do in the 6A Premier to have a two-way guy, and he never complained. I remember there was one week where we didn't really have a tight end set. He's like, Coach, just let me know what I need to do to block. Super unselfish, super happy for him, and hopefully he does great things up at NAU. Congratulations, Kyle. Mr. Aiden Herring. So he was the first kid I met when I got hired in the weight room. He was the first kid to come up and introduce himself. And you heard about him, all-state kid and how great he was. And just seeing his work ethic was second to none in our program. And seeing him work and grind, and from in the weight room, out on the field, in conditioning, never a complaint. Me and him have a really good relationship, super sarcastic as well, but he's fun to be around. But unfortunately, game 2 against Desert Vista, he had a long run on offense and fell on his shoulder kind of awkwardly, and it kind of hindered him the rest of the year. It would have been fun to see what he could have done and how far the records he could have broken if he would have played the whole season. I know that he broke the single season or the all-time sack record here at Perry, so that's something to be very proud about. And I knew Air Force was high on his list from the beginning. And, you know, we talked about it when he was up there that first time. And this is what I want to do. And I think we talked on the phone for half an hour, 45 minutes, and, you know, made the decision, and super happy for him. And I know he's going to do great things, not only as a football player, but for our country. So congratulations, Aiden.
All right, next we have Coach Ryan Tallman, who is going to talk about Ty.
Okay, that was exciting. So just yesterday, Ty and I were talking about when he first got to Perry High School, and his words, not mine, he was extremely unathletic. And so for him to be sitting up here is a testament to his hard work and dedication. He completely changed his diet, his workout, everything that he knew he needed to do in order to become a great athlete. And then as a sophomore, he wasn't originally going to get a shot to try out for our varsity team, but we couldn't keep him off the court. And he was huge in helping us win the state championship in 2021. I also want to paint a little bit of a picture for you about how hard it is to be in the position that Ty is in. Across the country, there are only 23 Division I men's volleyball programs, and they only get 4.5 scholarships per program. So for Ty to be one of those individuals selected to be a member of a Division I men's volleyball team is really special. And for him to be able to do it now compared to where he was when he started is pretty incredible. He's been training in the USA Volleyball Gym with their training program. He works hard at every single little component to his game to continue to improve. He's never satisfied. He's one of those types of kids. We affectionately refer to him as the BFG, and if you know Ty, you know that that's true. He's kind and friendly and generous with those around him. He's a great teammate. He embodies everything that it means to be a Perry Puma men's volleyball player. I'm honored to be up here to talk about Ty because he's just an incredible human being. We love you, Ty. I love you. Congratulations and good luck at Lindenwood.
Okay, next we have Coach Nathan Harder, who's going to talk about Madison, Rachel, Dominique, and Lily.
Real quick before I get to the girls, I had the pleasure of being Aiden Herring's position coach in football, and man, he's a coach's dream. That sack record he broke for Perry he did that basically in a season in 3 or 4 games. We've had some stud D linemen come through this school, and for him to be able to do that in the limited amount of time he played, that's saying something. So congratulations, Aiden. All right, Madison. Madison is a player that every coach dreams about. I mean, she does everything for her team. She's not only she's probably one of the most coachable kids that's ever come through Perry softball program, and that's talking to all the coaches that have coached her. She's willing to help out any way possible. We kind of have a Madison rule that we have to tell her to stop doing stuff, make other people do stuff, because she's just so willing to help. She's very versatile. She can be plugged in anywhere. She can pitch, she can catch, she can play in the infield, probably throw in the outfield. She can do that too. She's just a leader. She's been the captain on her teams her sophomore and junior year. That's just the softball side of Maddie. Maddie is in the top 10% of her class. She's maintaining a 4.4 GPA. She's in all AP classes, honored classes, and not sure why, but she refuses my tutoring help. But Gateway is very lucky to have her. She's an amazing young lady, and she's definitely going to be missed in our Puma softball program. All right, Rachel. Man, Rachel is a competitor. She's just going to keep fighting and fighting. She's never afraid to encourage her teammates to match that intensity that she has, and that's something as a coach you love. She leads positively by her example. Her work ethic is second to none. Rachel just loves the game, and she shows that in the way she plays. She's always working hard, going hard. She's hustling. She uses her speed to her advantage. She really puts pressure on the opposing team's defenses, and she just has a ton of natural ability. She's just going to keep getting better and better as she grows. As a coach, I love that she's willing to help our younger players in drills, in the weight room, wherever they need it. And she's also just a high character kid on and off the field. She maintains a high GPA. Besides all that, she's just an awesome kid, just willing to do anything you ask of her. Rachel's going to be missed in our program, and I believe you're going to be playing with your sister. It's pretty cool. Her and her sister are going to be on the same team in college. We're going to miss you. Congrats. All right, Nikki. Man, what a journey Nikki's been on. Just talking with the other coaches, they think that she's probably had the most growth of any player in our program over a 4-year span. How much she's grown, they just talk about how amazing that is. To see where she was as a freshman and to see where she is now is just proof of the hard work that she's put in. She's willing to accept nothing short of greatness for herself and the teams that she plays on. Her 2 years on JV, their record was 36-2, and a lot of that is because of Nikki. Both years she was MVP. Last year on their undefeated team, she had 168 strikeouts, which is pretty amazing. She dominated opponents as a sophomore. She threw a no-hitter against Hamilton. She's just legit up there. The JV coaches told me there's been times where they've seen her get in trouble and got three people on base, and next thing you know that she strikes out the next 3 with the bases loaded. That's pretty impressive. She doesn't let the highs get too high, the lows get too low. She's even keel up there in the circle, and that's what you want. In the classroom, Nikki is in top third of her class. She maintains a 4.02 GPA. We're expecting some big things out of Nikki this year, and she's definitely going to be missed. Congrats, Nikki. All right, now to golf. Lily Stutz. I've only had the pleasure of coaching Lily for 1 year, but I've known Lily since she was, 2 or 3 years old. Growing up, she's always been that funny kid that just cracks you up nonstop. Always making you laugh. So going into this year, I didn't really know what to expect out of her. And I saw a whole new side of Lily that I'd never seen before. When she gets on the course, I mean, she is strictly business, which was a little different for me to see as funny as she is. She's a natural leader. She holds her teammates accountable, yet is also super encouraging to them when they need it. The thing that always sticks out to me with Lily is she's a worker. She puts in hours upon hours of her own time, perfecting her craft. And she's not just a worker on the course. She's just a worker in general. She's willing to do anything without being asked. She's just a doer. And you don't see that a lot anymore out of kids. I mean, she's so willing to help and do anything she needs to. She has a contagious laugh that draws people in. And I told this story at our golf banquet, but at the state tournament this year, a mom came up to her, and I think me too, I can't remember, but her daughter wasn't even playing in Lily's group. And she was like, man, I wish my daughter was in your group. You're so encouraging. You're so fun to be around, and I just wish my daughter could have played with you, which I thought was a huge compliment to her. This year, Lily helped our team to a 7th place finish at state. She was 2nd team All-Premier Region, honorable mention in All-CUSD, and in our region, that is a huge accomplishment. The girls in our region aren't only the best golfers in Arizona, but they're the best golfers in the country. So that's a huge accomplishment for Lily. Can't wait to see what she does at the next level, and we're definitely going to miss her and her leadership in the golf program. Lily Stutz.
All right, next we have Coach Brian Eidelman to talk about Alexis.
All right. Hey, thank you to everybody for coming here. I want to say congratulations to all the athletes that are up here for making it this far. Going from high school to college and becoming an athlete at the next level is a huge accomplishment. And thanks to your parents for the support that you've given them throughout all these years. Let's give these guys a big hand real quick. All right. It is a pleasure to be up here to speak about Alexis. She was a gift that came to us 2 years ago from the great state of Colorado. And immediately she fit in with the team. She showed great leadership and just really melded well with everybody. I always go off topic, so I typed this up. Hopefully you don't hold it against me that I'm reading a little bit. So with the state meet last year for track, she was entered in 4 events. I could have put her in probably 5. She probably could have qualified in 5. But she competed in 4 events, medaling in all 4, state champion, as you heard earlier, in the 4x8. She scored 25 of the 87 points needed to win the state championship, which is huge. As an individual, you can ask for anybody better. She's a straight A student. She takes honors and AP classes, I believe over a 4.5 GPA. So she's killing it in the classroom and on the field as well. So she was the captain of our cross-country team this year. She brought the team together. She held everybody to a high standard. And as a coach, there are times where we ask the kids to do a run on their own, or we ask them to do some things on their own. So in the off-season, there's a lot of times where the team gets together, and we relied on Alex to kind of bring the team together and make that happen. And I know that's not always the hardest job, or not always the easiest job, I should say. It is a hard job. But she did great with that, and the coaching staff really appreciates her for doing that. So thank you for that. As a runner, she has a high ceiling. I think she's just getting started. She's also a great martial artist as well. So she's well-rounded, but she's got a high ceiling. She'll be competing in cross-country and track at South Dakota. And the Coyotes are very lucky to have you. Best of luck.
Okay, next we have Coach Keith Meskel to talk about Julia and Lexi.
Thank you. All right. I got more to say about these kids when our banquet comes up here in a few weeks, so let's keep this train rolling here a little bit. I know everybody up here is pretty excited to say what they have to say. So for Julia, the best way to describe Julia is consistent and reliable. You never need to worry about her, whether it's a mistake or she's having a good day. It doesn't matter. Julia's going to be Julia. You can look at her. She's always going to be smiling. You'll see her in every conversation with her teammates. She's smiling. You go to have a conversation with her. She's smiling. She gets ran over by an opponent. She's smiling. Right? She's just having fun. She's always having a good time. Julia doesn't really try to dominate any conversation. She's just there. She's enjoying everything. She's always a great teammate. She's probably the best teammate you can ever ask for. She's always there for you. She's always going to play her hardest. You just, like I said, she's consistent. She's reliable. So we're very excited to see what you accomplish at Colorado Christian, and we definitely appreciate everything you've done for us, and your teammates definitely appreciate everything that you're doing for them right now. So thank you, Julia. Good old Lexi Saveski. One of the very first things I knew I was going to do when I took over the program was make Lexi our team captain. She's definitely a kid that has that unique leadership skill that is going to lead next to you. She's always going to be in there in the trenches working hard with you. She's one of the most competitive kids when it comes to soccer. Whether it's she's in the goal with her gloves on making big-time saves for us, or she's out in the field playing as a field player in training. Every time she gives her 100%. So we definitely appreciate that from her. She definitely has a personal drive and self-motivation that's easy to recognize and to follow as a teammate. She definitely can control a game with her communication, her leadership, pulling saves out of nowhere that just keeps us in the game, whether it's a 1-0 game or it's a 2-0, 3-0, and she wants to keep her own shutout. She pulls some shocking saves that you're like, holy cow, did that just happen? You definitely have a bright future ahead of you. We are very excited to see what you do at Cal Baptist, and thank you for everything you've done for your team. Thank you for helping me post everything with social media on Twitter and Instagram for our team account, and definitely making my life a whole lot easier with you back there. So thank you, Lexi.
All right. Lastly, but not least, of course, we have Coach Jeff Gurecki, who's going to talk about Bella.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Before I talk about Bella, Alex, congratulations. Very proud of you. Everything that Coach Adelman said, I second. She's an amazing athlete and an even better person. Now for Bella. Another round of applause for Bella, please. Where are the distance athletes at? Okay, I know I'm the one standing up here getting the privilege to talk about Bella and what she has brought to Perry, but I want to acknowledge all of the people that have had a role in what she's going to do in her collegiate career. For those of you who don't know triathlon, you start by swimming, then you jump on a bike, then you finish with a run. So Coach Carrasco with swimming, thank you. I know her triathlon coach is here, thank you. Coach Adelman, she has a special bond with Coach Evola, so everybody involved, parents and Bella, thank you. Now, Bella is a tough athlete. Coach Adelman and I, we are pretty demanding when it comes to cross country and track. So Bella goes through all of our workouts and excels at them, and then goes home and has to work out some more. So if we work out in the morning, after school she's riding her bike, she's swimming, she has to do it all, and she did that all by herself. So I am amazed by the work ethic this young lady has. Now, Mrs. Burks rattled off some things about Bella as a swimmer, state qualifier, top age group finisher in the state, CUSD first team, cross country. This year, first team all-city, led the team to a city championship, second team all-state. She was the top runner for our Puma team and led the team to a fourth place finish at state. And then in triathlon, she was first place at the Deuces Wild Triathlon Festival, qualified for the USAT Junior Elite Nationals, finished 7th in the nation in her age group. She's going to finish Perry with 9 varsity letters in swim, cross country, and track, which is pretty impressive. And being that she is the first Perry athlete to go into college competing in triathlon, I can't wait to watch her the next 4 years. Congratulations.
Okay, so we've heard about our athletes. Now it's time to hear from our athletes. So Jack, you're going to start us off.
I'd like to start off by thanking everybody for being here in support today. I would also like to congratulate all the other athletes sitting next to me. We're taking the next step in chasing our dreams today. I would now like to take some time to recognize and show gratitude to all the people that have helped me to make it to this point. To Coach Jones and the entire staff for my first 3 years of high school, you instilled a level of discipline that will stay with me for the rest of my life. To Coach Ortiz and the rest of the staff this year for making the move to the East Valley and leading us to have a senior season that I will never forget. To Coach Hare for helping to create confidence in myself and for teaching me that the number one goal in football is always winning. To Coach Tippin, Coach Stoner for all their support after I finished my baseball career. I would like to give Coach Gio, Coach Minucci, Coach Kranz, and Coach Boone thanks for always believing in my abilities and ensuring that I'm always performing at my highest level. To Ms. Burks and all the staff members at Perry, teachers and admin, for building the culture of Perry. I'll always take pride in being a Puma. To Allison for stretching me out before every game and keeping me healthy through the years. And to all of my friends and teammates for believing in me and making my high school experience unforgettable. To Mr. Feely for being a rock in my recruiting process and always listening to my situation with open ears. And to my sisters, Kate and Allie, for being my biggest supporters no matter how the game goes. To my parents, the countless hours and dollars you have spent since I was 4 years old playing soccer for the Pickles, to the last 6 months traveling all across the country to help me chase my dreams. You guys are my rock, and I would not trade you for the world. You'll never know how grateful I am to call you Mom and Dad. I was laying in bed a week ago today with no idea where in the world I was going, and nothing felt 100% right. I kneeled down at the edge of my bed and asked God to show me his path. The next morning, I got a call from a coach from a big school in a small town. With you, Lord, none of this would be possible, and I know you'll be by my side through the rest of my journey. Thank you to the entire staff at South Dakota State for believing in me and giving me an opportunity to join the reigning national championship squad. I can't wait to be a Jackrabbit. Go Jacks.
Thank you. I'd just like to start out by thanking my parents for all the love and support that they have shown me. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't make it here today due to a work trip, but him and my mom have made countless sacrifices and have always encouraged me throughout my whole athletic journey. Second, I'd like to thank the Woodfords for being like a second family to me and helping me develop physically and mentally. I'd also like to thank all of my teammates and coaches throughout the years for giving me the motivation and dedication to better my performance. You guys have helped me build the love for football that I have today. Thank you to Coach Ortiz and Coach Jones and the entire Perry coaching staff for all that you have taught me. I'd also like to thank Coach French for the countless hours he has spent training me and setting me up for success at the next level. Your advice and guidance is one of the reasons why I'm sitting here today. Thank you to Miss Allison and Miss Olivia, as well as all the other athletic trainers, for always making sure I was in good health and all the times you guys have taped me like 5 minutes before the games. And lastly, I'd like to thank Coach Flugred and Coach McElwain for giving me this amazing opportunity to play football at the next level. Go Jacks.
All right, I'm going to keep this fairly short because there's a lot of people signing today. I want to quickly thank all of my friends and my parents for encouraging me to continue working hard for anything and everything. I would not be up here if it wasn't for them. Over my 4 years at Perry, all the things I miss the most will be the free lunches after COVID, going to Native after every Tuesday game, and running lines for playing volleyball with a badminton birdie. From not making it the middle school volleyball team to getting a shot on varsity my sophomore year, consistent hard work and music became some of my best friends. Something constructive comes from every defeat. If you don't fail, you're not doing it right. Thank you. Go Lions.
I'm so honored to play softball for Gateway Community College, and I want to thank my parents for all the time they have put into me and the support I've received. Thank you to my brother, who has spent many of his weekends at my tournaments and practices. I'm thankful for your patience. Thank you to all of my family, friends, and teammates that have supported me along the way. I'm indebted to every one of my coaches who have pushed me to be the athlete I am today, and I appreciate all the work that you do. But I would especially like to thank God for giving me this opportunity to perform at a higher level and further my academic and athletic career. Go Geckos.
I would like to start off by thanking my coach Carrasco for being such an amazing coach and for welcoming me into Perry as a transfer from Chandler High School. I would like to thank my teammates as well for making my last season of high school swimming a great one. I would also like to thank my club coaches, Justin and Alex, for their time and guidance. I also want to thank my family because without them, none of this would have been possible. Lastly, but definitely not least, thank you, Mom, for numerous drives to practices and numerous new suits and equipment and endless love and support you have given me. I'm so excited to be swimming at San Jose State and can't wait for my swimming career to get to the next level. Go Spartans!
I'd like to start off by saying this is a dream come true, and I'm honored to be up on stage alongside all these amazing athletes. First, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity and for the plan He has set for my future. I'd then like to thank the two most important people who've been there throughout my entire football career. My dad, the man who introduced me to the sport and who truly drives me to always become a better player and person, and my mom, my personal chauffeur to early morning football my freshman and sophomore year, and my forever #1 supporter, even though she doesn't know what's going on during most of the game. I'd like to also thank my grandpa for constantly supporting me throughout my football journey and helping me along my path to commitment. To my coaches freshman through junior year, Coach Jones and Coach Harder, and my coaches during my senior year, Coach Ortiz and Coach Yarborough, thank you for building me up and forming me into the man on and off the field that I am today. I'd also like to thank two people who never get enough credit for what they do. I thank Mrs. Allison and Coach DC for everything they've done for me ever since I was a little freshman. And a special thank you to each and every one of my teammates I've had throughout my entire time at Perry. Finally, I'd like to thank my coaches at the Air Force Academy for believing in me enough to want me to come play and win football games with them. I can't wait to see what this journey has in store for me. Go Falcons.
I would like to thank my parents and my family for all the support over the years, and to my teammates and coaches who push me every day at practice. I would also like to give a big thanks to my brother Dane, who inspired me to start playing lacrosse and pushed me to be a better player every single day. And I'm super excited to play at NAU next year, and thank you to everyone who supported me. Go Jacks.
First off, I want to thank my family for all the countless hours and sacrifices they have made to get me here. My dad has always been there for me, from hitting in the cages to being at every single practice. Every minute he is helping me get better. My mom is my biggest supporter, and my oldest sister Kaylee for always being there for me, even with non-softball related things. I am so excited to follow in her footsteps. I would also like to thank all of my past and previous coaches. I am truly thankful. I would truly like to thank my future coach, Coach Wagner, who has given me the chance to play at the next level. Thank you to everyone. Go Maple Leafs.
First, I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for always being by my side and sacrificing so much for me. Thank you for the countless hours spent driving to and from practices or competitions, and the thousands of dollars spent just to keep me in gymnastics. Next, I want to thank my coaches for always pushing me to reach my highest potential, even if I didn't think I could do it, or even if I didn't want to do it. I definitely didn't make it easy on them, but I appreciate the time they have put into my gymnastics. I would also like to thank my teammates because they constantly make me laugh, and I would not be able to show up to practice every day if it wasn't for them. Also, thank you to my best friend Delaney and all my other friends that came here to support me today. And lastly, I'd like to thank the coaches at Lindenwood for giving me this amazing opportunity to be a part of college gymnastics. I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for everyone's support, and I can't wait for the next 4 years.
First off, I would like to thank my parents, my mom for showing me that winning in a PR isn't everything, and for my dad for always pushing me further than I ever thought I could go. And then my coaches, especially Coach Adelman, for welcoming me with open arms when I first got here and taking all the time and the energy that they put into me that I could get here today. And I want to thank my phenomenal team for being by my side on all the hot, early, and very, very hard practices, and being by my side on relays and at meets and at teams. And then I'd like to thank the University of South Dakota and Coach Fife for giving me this opportunity to further my running and academic career. Go Coyotes.
I would like to first start with taking this time to thank God for providing me with this wonderful people that support me and for giving me a gift that I can use to glorify Him. Next, thank you to Coach Ann for believing in me and giving me this opportunity to play for CCU. Thank you to my mom and dad for being my biggest supporters and going to every game possible to cheer me on and giving me every opportunity to help me reach my goals. Thank you to my sister for encouraging me and cheering me on along with the rest of my family. Next, thank you to all my coaches, especially Coach Keat, Coach Belford, Coach Brett, and my private coaches, Caesar and Nicole. Coach Boone has helped me in the weight room, and to all my previous coaches that helped me grow as a player. Last but not least, thank you to all my teammates and friends that have been alongside me throughout my journey and continue to be there for me. I greatly appreciate it. I am beyond excited to start this new part of my life at CCU. Go Cougars.
First off, I would like to thank Coach Kristen, Seth, and Tim for giving me this amazing opportunity to play at the next level. Next, I want to thank my club coaches, Coach Tiffany, Harold, and Joe, for being supportive and helping me through this entire process. I also want to thank my past club coaches, and especially my first goalkeeper coach, Coach Chuck, for taking me under his wing. Thank you, Dad, for always pushing me to be the best I can be and always helping me become a better person both on and off the field. And thank you, Mom, for being my number one supporter, always looking at the positive side of things, even when times are rough, and always having my back no matter what. And I want to thank my little brother, Nick, wherever he is out there, for not only being one of my biggest supporters, but also being my best friend. And lastly, I want to thank the rest of my family, my teammates, and all my friends who have stuck by my side through this entire process. Lance up.
First off, I would like to thank Coach Joella for giving me this incredible opportunity to take triathlon to the next level. This would not have been possible without my parents, who have been my number one supporters, besides my Aunt Heather, and have sacrificed countless hours taking me to practices, races, and training camps. I would also like to thank Coach Eidelman and Grecky for the time they have spent coaching me to become the best athlete I can be. I wouldn't have been able to do some of those workouts and long runs without Coach Avola running alongside of me, pacing me, and letting me tell her all my crazy stories. I would also like to thank Coach Allen for his great patience teaching me how to ride a bike. And lastly, I would like to thank Dean, Mike Walker, Bob, and Kristen for turning me into the athlete I am today. Special shout out to Sydney Puz, Heather Pilon, and Riley Achenbauer, and the whole cross-country team for hyping me up all the time and showing me that there is more to life than sports. I am so excited for the next chapter in my life. Go Dukes!
First off, I want to thank God for giving me the ability to play the sport I love and enjoy. Next, I want to thank my parents for giving up their time to take me to practice and tournaments, working extra hard to pay for all my equipment, and for putting up with my attitude when I had a bad round. I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, so thank you, Mom and Dad. I would also love to thank all my coaches along the way who have helped me build not only my swing, but my confidence. Coach Jeremy and Harder, thank you for always believing in me and giving me the best opportunities to grow as a player and a person. To my teammates, thank you for making me a better competitor and teammate. Practices in the heat were not easy and made me question why I even play this sport, but you guys made the experience way more enjoyable, and eventually practice was something that I looked forward to. All of those late night range practices or those early morning tournaments or those 115 degree sunny match days were all worth it. Since I began participating in the sport, playing at a higher level has always been my dream, and today I'm living out this dream. I cannot wait to play the sport I love so dearly at the collegiate level. Go Cougs!
Firstly, I would like to thank my parents for all the work that they have helped me to get this far. I wouldn't have been able to put in the countless hours of work outside of practice and tournaments every weekend. You have spent so much of your time traveling with me out of state and driving me the hours it takes to get to where I need to be. Secondly, I would like to thank all of my coaches for believing in me and giving me the chance to shine where I really need it. I want to say thank you to Coach James for giving me the chance and opportunity to first step onto a field. Thank you to all my teammates who have made this sport really fun. Go Bulldogs!
Okay, so why we're really here is to actually get our commitment done today. So if you'd get out your paperwork, there should be a pen at your table. It is February 2nd, 2023, and it is, or 20, oh, did I say second? Okay, try again, February 1st, 2023, and it is 10:11 a.m. So if you would go ahead and sign. All right, congratulations to all of our athletes. I do want to say most of you up there are not done yet being Pumas. So let's remember to keep strong for these last few months that we have left. Do a great job in the classroom and do a great job on the field or court for us as well. And congratulations.